I guess I'll just do it this time. No, he's not here to sing it. Hi, guys. As you can tell, there's only 2 amigos again this week.
Yep. Mr. Walker.
We miss you, Walker.
We do.
But you know what? It's okay. You're off. You know, he's got important stuff to take care of today. We wish him the best today.
Yeah, buddy.
But welcome back to another episode of What We Learned This Week.
Hi.
It's a good one.
We're
here. The sun is shining. It was actually kind of a beautiful morning today.
Oh,
it was
fuck
only
yeah.
like 70 degrees this morning, so I just opened up the windows and everything.
It's supposed to rain a little bit later, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
I think later on this afternoon.
I didn't even look. But anyways, you guys might notice we're at a different kind of angle here now.
Camera 1,
we're going
camera 2.
real pro.
Camera 1, camera 2.
We're going real pro on this setup now. So I don't know if I mentioned it on the last episode, but on the live episode, you may have heard me talking about this mobile recording unit that I've created. So it's literally like a Walmart shelving unit that I took and completely built it out, put a backboard or backing on it, put some LED lights in there, and now all of our recording equipment, instead of having to set it up every single time and unpack it, we literally just plug one thing in. Yes. And it all just pops up. It's amazing. It's beautiful.
It is really cool. You did a really good job.
I mean, I try. But yeah, it looks, I'm super happy with it. It's not completely done yet. I'm going to add a couple other things maybe to it here. But right now, we have our main camera that's pointed here, which is my phone on a tripod. And then we have a secondary camera, which you guys probably won't even see unless I get real crafty with editing and want to put it in there, which we'll see. I don't know. See what I want to do tonight. But yeah, so that's the new system that we're working with. But I'm pretty proud of it.
You should be,
it.
man.
It looks
dope.
So nice. It's so nice.
Yeah. I love the little LED backdrop too.
Right? It just adds a little something extra to it. It looks
and
cooler.
It's blue.
Right? Well, and I can. Okay, so here's the worst part. I could change those with Alexa. Oh, she didn't hear me. Okay, good. But I usually can change those. But our internet is on 5G, and I can't find the 2.4G gigahertz for our Wi-Fi setting.
Yeah.
And these apparently don't respond to 5 gigahertz. Like, you can't connect them.
Fucking
they
solid.
only run on 2.4, and I can't figure out. I spent like 30 minutes trying to figure out how to set up a 2.4. Like, you know how sometimes, like when we had our original router, we could, we had the 5 gigahertz and then the 2.4, and I can't do that when they put in this new, the new unit or whatever. So, otherwise, I could change these colors. I could tell.
Yeah, I think
what to do with them. I could tell her to shut them off. I could name them,
Nice.
But
I still think it looks really good.
Yeah, it's cool. I like them. So, anyways, I'm gonna roll right into this is sort of breaking news ish within the last hour.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to bring it up. Have you heard?
I have heard.
Yo.
I read the NBC article.
Yo. They just capped the girl's son and, well, they didn't kill her husband, but
injured the husband.
Injured the husband and killed the son. Dressed up as a FedEx driver.
Well, did you hear about that?
Now he's dead.
Now he's dead.
Apparent gunshot wound.
And they're investigating whether or not it was suicide or not.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Because there was they found the gun. There was a gun at the scene, and they're trying to figure out whether or not that was the weapon used to kill the son. And
this shit's insane. We are on the cusp of so much shit popping off. For those of you that don't know the story we're talking about, there is a federal judge whose son and husband was just shot, and it just so happened the son unfortunately died. The husband is okay, I guess. And oddly enough, she is the judge for the Jeffrey Epstein case.
Yep.
Really weird, guys.
Oddly enough.
Really weird how that happened.
Yeah.
And it's some unknown random dude that dressed up as a FedEx driver that came to cap him. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah. There's some shady going on here, folks.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, within the next week, if people don't just start demanding answers, we lost.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like,
because we'll see.
It's so blatant.
Yeah, we'll see post hopefully if they continue forward with the court hearings and stuff and actually putting pressure on the situation.
Well, why are they not putting pressure on his little lady friend? The fuck's the deal with that?
I don't know.
Put her ass in front of a camera and make her say some names.
Yeah. Well, I definitely think there's definitely going to be a plea bargain going in.
Oh, of course
There has to be. Like, she's not going to give up information for free. She's going to try and get out, or at least lessen, whatever's coming to her, which...
It's just so crazy. Like,
it's like watching a fucking movie, dude.
I can't even get heated over it anymore because at this point, it's just like they're just proving to us that they can just bitch slap us in the face and we're not going to do anything about it because we care too much about each other and our views that there's literally this giant, massive pedophile ring occurring right in front of our eyes.
Yeah.
And we're just blatantly disregarding it and talking shit about each other's sides of politics instead. It's like, guys, what are we doing here? Like,
yeah, the focal point isn't where it needs to be right now.
If we could do one good thing, we could make 2020 just the minuscule good thing we could do out of 2020. It would be just rerouting all of our attention to that.
Yeah.
Because it's so blatant.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of us just getting literally stepped on like a doormat and them just getting away with whatever the fuck they want. It's so dumb. And now, watch. Bet. It's going to come out, all right? The suspect, right, that they found that killed himself. They're going to say, I'm calling it now, they're going to say that he is somehow connected to a prior case of hers and that he was getting revenge for a prior case.
Well, see, and
because she brought down a federal racketeering case on a gang leader, and I guarantee they're going to try and say that this is linked to that.
Yeah.
Guarantee it.
Yeah.
Because they can.
Yep. And I like in the article that I read by NBC, because I saw it was like just now dropped and then like the little banner on it or whatever. And it had said that I think his name was Roy Hallards was the guy that was killed, right? The guy that's suspected.
Husband. No. I didn't know they released the suspect's name yet.
So his name was like Roy or Ray Hallards, and he'd been a lawyer for 5 years.
Oh.
And he had a history of being strongly against feminist like movements and activity, and that was like the tie-in, a little bit of detail that they threw into the article before saying,
guys, they're literally just they're doing it right in front of your eyes.
They're pre-feeding.
Yeah, they're pre-feeding you. Don't listen to that bullshit. They're pre-feeding you stuff. Yeah. So that when the article comes out of his backstory, you're gonna go, oh yeah, that makes sense. He was just a psychotic,
he was prone to doing shit like this.
Yeah, anti-feminist dude.
He finally did it. Finally acted up.
It's so dumb. I don't even want to. I'm not gonna make the whole episode about it. I just want to bring it up right away because I read that story today while I was on the shitter, and I was like,
dude,
this is the worst fucking thing that I've ever read. Like, it's so stupid. It's so dumb.
And it's just there.
It's there.
It's just
and
there.
We're just letting it happen.
It's not hidden. It's not.
It's just
body disappears.
They don't care anymore.
Yeah,
they don't care anymore. They're just gonna let it fucking be blatantly obvious. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
It's fucking.
Anyways, just want to bring that up because we've been so adamant about talking about that kind of stuff and how we need to be more open to talking about that situation rather than other stuff. But besides that, let's go ahead and roll into last week's skills.
Yeah.
Get on a different topic here, boys. What was your skill last week?
So my skill last week was to drink nothing but water.
Yes.
And I made it to Friday.
You did.
Because a buddy of ours that makes wonderful cocktails was trying out some refreshing shit.
It's cool. I'm going to take the blame for that one because we brought booze over.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that was an impromptu live session with a buddy of ours, so like I couldn't not drink, like socially, I guess. So it was like, but even that, like, I chose to drink, so I guess that.
But I told her to pick up booze. Oh, so I'm gonna take blame for that. So drink Drake did good all the way up to Friday, and then after that, it was my fault, and I made him feel it because I was like, yeah, she's gonna bring booze, and we're gonna go do a live episode. Also, if you were on for that live episode that we did with our friend Ariel, wow, sorry about it, bud.
Big oof. We learned a lot of stuff though.
We did
a lot of stuff about lives.
Yeah, we were on for like we were close to 3 hours total time for lives. We did an Instagram live, we did a Facebook live, we did an Instagram with guests. We did. It was all kinds of crazy shit we were trying to figure out.
Which I have to go back and watch the Instagram live one when we got everybody on there.
It's probably deleted.
Really?
Honest to God, I probably deleted it because I was like, this. If you were there for it, great. If you weren't, there's no need to go back. You know what I mean? Most of our lives I'll keep up, but for that one, maybe not.
Yeah, that was kind of goofy. But it progressively, it was a really good time. Ariel, thanks for coming on and hanging out with us for a little bit. She did a really good job first time being on the mic.
She did great. Awesome.
And she stuck with it, man, because we were I mean, Facebook Live, that was like close to 2 hours.
Yeah, it was almost
just
2 hours.
Dicking around, progressively getting more and more drunk.
Oh yeah, by the end of it, we were a little blitzed. I'm gonna be honest, because we did one shotgun on camera.
Yep.
And we did a couple beers. Cayman Jacks is what I was drinking. Which shout out to Cayman Jacks for making that fucking margarita dog or the Cuban mojito ones were the ones I was having. Mad good, dude. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care what it looks like when somebody gets one of those. They're so fucking good. I don't care what anyone says. They're not just for girls or people watching calories.
Yeah.
They just taste delicious.
They are delicious.
Deal with it. Pussy. But no, it was a good time. It was fun.
Yeah.
And again, sorry for ruining your skill on Friday.
Did you? I lasted a whole week.
Yeah, heck yeah. For me, my skill, I wanted to bring on one new client into my company this week. I don't know how much I can say. I don't have a client yet. That's all I'll say on that point. But there are talks occurring right now, so that's all I can say.
Progress is progress.
Yeah. So technically, I may have a new client. It just is not official yet.
It hasn't been finalized.
So, but yeah.
That's cool though, man.
Know, out here, growing that company, JD Creations LLC. Yo, hit me up. You want to create some bomb ass podcasts? Hit me up. You want to set up a recording studio? I can help you with that too. I'm out here. All that fun stuff. Audio, video, I can do it all.
Oh yeah. Listen.
So that's Nala.
Relax.
Just got a bell on now. Sorry about that. Well, what do we want to do for skills this week?
This week,
what are we doing?
Well,
wait. I think I know what we can do for our skill this week.
What's that?
And this also plays into Ariel as well.
Yeah.
I think that our skill this week should be to read the first 3 chapters of the new book we got.
Yes.
Are you down with that one?
I'm totally down with that.
Cool. So we're going to do a combined skill this week. First ever. Well, I mean, technically me and Walker did one, but this is full on. We're going to read the first 3 chapters. I don't know how long the chapters are. It looks like a short book.
Well, it was a pretty thick.
That big, right? Was it a big book?
No. Okay. Let me. I'm gonna go get it.
All right. Well, so we got a book. I'm not gonna say the name until Drake. Oh Jesus, that just moved the camera really bad. Yeah, because it's on the tripod. I'm not gonna say the name because I'll let him show it. This book was bought within after 2 minutes of having the discussion of wanting to read this book. Our friend Ariel, shout out to her, went on Amazon Prime and bought us all a copy, and now we're going to do a book club with it. And this book is sort of infamous.
I've been I've been wanting to read this book for so fucking long.
That camera, by the way. I know.
Did it?
Yeah. No, you got look at that one. It's so funny.
Oh God.
So yeah, we've been wanting to read this book for just such a long time because I'm just so curious as to how the book was created. This book is called I Did It, If I Did It, Confessions of a Killer, which is O.J. Simpson's book that he decided to write
written by O.J.
after he got acquitted of the crimes. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, for those of you that are going to give us shit and say, oh, why are you giving that asshole money or whatever, whatever you say. This is the authorized version. So this is actually by Fred and Kim Goldman. Okay, so they have little excerpts that they added into it. He wrote, obviously, the book, but this is their version, so they get the money from this. I don't think he gets any money from writing this. Even if he would, I think he owes so much in back.
They're just going to pull it.
They're just going to pull it. So, yeah, this is written by the man, the myth, the legend himself. You know, the new Bronco came out, so we figured, fuck it. What better book to read than
catalyst to a book club than
the man that made the Bronco infamous. So yeah, I say we read the first 3 chapters of this bad bitch.
Yeah,
and
I'm up
see
for
how
it.
that goes. I'm stoked, man. I'm ready because
I'm fucking stoked.
Like I'm in the middle of another book right now, but I almost want to pause it. I have to pause it now for this skill, but I just want to start this book and see like how nuts this guy really is. You know, fucking insane you have to be acquitted of a crime that everyone knows you did, and then write a book about it
that says
and say if I did it.
My favorite part about this is the actual book cover. It in giant bold letters. It says "I did it." Confessions of the Killer, and if you notice, there's an if.
Right up there, just barely there. Yeah,
I got some dirty ass nails, but this is
now. Granted, that could have been the Goldmans doing that for their version of the cover. They could have, because he might have put if in big bold, but they were like, nah, you fucking did it.
But that's the funniest part though, is like, I'm pretty sure on Amazon that we were looking at it, or like when we looked it up, it was
his
I
version.
did it.
Yeah, it was his.
Yeah. And the title of the actual book on sale was I Did It, Confessions of a Killer. Or the
that's
Killer.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is going to be
fantastic.
Oh, God damn it. I've never wanted to read a book so bad in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to put that right here. This is the book club now. We're in a book club. First time I've ever been in a book club.
First three chapters?
Yeah, first 3 chapters. So I think what we should do, if this goes over well, we should like do this again and just get really fucked up books.
Yeah.
And just read through them.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
So yeah, we'll let you know on the next week's episode how that part went. Yeah.
You know, I should. Well, that's kind of a tradition that's died off because everybody that we kind of knew got it. There was a book that we used to buy like every fucking occasion for some reason for like 3 years. They just kept popping up and we kept gifting it to people, like family get-togethers and stuff. And it's the Egyptian Book of the Dead. And I think that'd be a really interesting read through with everybody.
I don't know that one.
So it's basically the actual interpreted version. You know, like in The Mummy, they have like the Book of the Dead, and that's what resurrected.
Oh, so this is
it's like translated
Book of the Dead.
Egyptian Book of the Dead, and it has like historical or like little marks and stuff, and like subcategories of conversations and like actual historic lessons taught by these guys, and like this is what this means, and all these symbols and this, and like it's basically like a tome, but I think I might actually. Pretty sure I still have that. I'm gonna have to look at my book box.
I might have to read. That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah,
I'd read the fuck out of that.
Dude, it's fucking dope.
Yeah. Speaking of like not prehistoric, but like way back when, if you could go back to like a time where, like an infamous time, right, where you could be, how do I word this?
Influential?
Where you could where you could just become part of the civilization, right? You learn its entire once you go into that timeline, you just absorb the entire culture and you now like live there basically. Where would you go? What time and where?
Ooh. Based on current action that's been like uber hyped. Probably feudal Japan.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. I knew that was gonna be your answer. Yeah. Yep, that's what I
mean,
was
like
gonna say.
just for like an overarching respect and love for that history and the traditions from that time period that have been still carried to this day. Like feudal Japan for me, has always been something. I mean, even from when I was a kid, like my dad has all his kanji and shit, like his mantra, and he's always followed and respected those traditions and that kind of existence. since he was a kid. I mean, studying martial arts and everything else, and
right.
Moving that onto me and everything, and it's been something that's continued. I mean, I haven't dove into it as deeply as he has, but I've always had a huge respect.
Brutal
for that.
deaths.
Oh fuck
back
yeah!
Then, however,
Dude.
Brutal death.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's either a spear or a sword.
Yeah.
Or a bow and arrow, I guess, but. Yeah. It's not fun.
No,
it's not. Well,
it's combat, dude. Like
true,
and that's what's so crazy is like even nowadays, like people still experience that in a way,
Yeah, people get stabbed.
Yeah,
I guess that's
and
true.
like even in war zones and stuff when it comes to like close quarter stuff, like you find that a lot. That I mean, they still train soldiers in close quarters combat,
right?
Defensive tactic and everything else, and like knife play and all that kind of stuff, to where you're completely taking reference from the past in those medieval martial kind of combat situations, that have been passed down through time of like, this is what you do if the guy's in 10 feet of you and has a sword or like a knife.
Do you think that's ever happened in, like today's day, right? So like let's
knife
say,
fight?
No. Like let's
Fuck
say,
yeah,
like
dude.
let's say, guy goes in, close quarter combat, goes into a building, and enemy right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think both of them have ever just agreed, like, I don't know, somebody's gun jammed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think any of them would just like looked at each other and known, like, we're gonna fight with knives now? Like,
I guarantee there's no hesitation. I mean, like, in that moment
would that
of
not
like
be the craziest thing? Like, you just stop and you go, no, this is gonna happen now, and you both just take out a knife and go, "This we're gonna do close quarter."
That's the thing, though, is
combat now.
Like let's say it's a it's a live fire situation, like it's an actual combat situation.
It happens so quickly that
there would be no standoff. Like
I know, but it would be fucking dope.
Like pull the knife, like all right, like it would literally be you'd hear the click, the round not go off, and you're already on him with your knife,
like
stabbing him.
It would be so dope if like there was. It was just written in the code of conduct where like you could give a signal and then the other soldier has to know.
Signal.
Yeah, the other soldier like
just real slow.
The other soldier has to know like, God damn it, I gotta fucking knife fight this asshole now.
Or where they used to fucking carry their K-bars.
Yeah. That'd be fucking crazy. And if you don't like abide by that rule, it's a war crime. You just go to prison.
You just go to prison for not engaging in a mutual knife fight. Could you imagine that though?
50-50 of every building you go into, there's going to be a motherfucker with a knife that wants to just play that game with you.
But nobody, I mean, let's be honest, man. I mean, the age-old saying, or at least the saying that I was taught from a super young age, run to a gun, a super young age. Run to a gun, flee a knife.
Yeah.
And I've seen, especially recently, it's funny that we bring this up because there was a couple of GIFs that I'd seen or like memes that it was like this sergeant and he was talking about self-defense and like close quarters combat and stuff. And like in the caption of the GIF, it's like, now I'm going to display how to defend yourself against a knife attack. And like my opponent here will now draw his weapon and like, the camera turns to the guy and he like pulls a knife and it pans back to the guy and he's sprinting away. It was like, that's it. That's it.
Yep. Don't ever go towards the knife.
I would rather personally, get shot than
get
sliced
stabbed.
up.
Yep.
Because you're not getting stuck once.
Yeah,
like if
it's
you
just gonna repeatedly.
Yeah, if you're that close, man, you're leaving with a bunch of holes if you're leaving at all.
Like people that have gone through riots in prison have been stabbed and survived. Like,
dude,
how are you I mean, you're not normal, but how are you like there mentally? Like,
bro,
box cutter to the fucking abdomen.
We just like last weekend we met a dude that like. Well, I guess I met him.
Yeah.
So, and for amnesty's sake, I won't say the guy's fucking name, but I'll leave all the names out.
Yeah, we'll leave out the location too.
Yeah. So, I met this dude. I was smoking a cigarette, and you know when you hear a story from someone at like a social place,
like, there's no way that's fucking true.
Yeah. You like look at him, you let him tell the story, and then it's like, okay, dude, like that's wild, like good shit, and you just kind of brush it off, like, okay, this guy's either drunk or he's a perpetual liar or something, and this dude, first time meeting him, probably within the first 15 minutes of actually like communicating, name swapping, everything else. Super friendly, super outgoing. Dude proceeds to tell me that Dude proceeds to tell me that he is in recovery. And I asked him, like, what did he mean? And he turned around and told me that his previous partner had stabbed him 7 times. And I was like, oh, fuck, what'd you do? He's like, I don't know. She's in prison, never got closure. And I was like, oh, fuck, nice. Well, at least she's in prison. And then it just prolonged this whole conversation point. And not only was that not the first time that that man had been stabbed, but he was still recovering, like hole in his chest because he had to fucking open him up.
Colostomy bag.
Like brutal shit. And I commend you, sir, that I will not name because you'll probably never see this, but I have so much respect for you for surviving.
This man just got stabbed
multiple stabbings.
7 times.
And how I know is because he picked his fucking shirt up and he has stab wound scars. Like, and you can tell the difference between like a fuck up or like a bullet wound
and a stab wound
and a stab wound. Like his whole chest is open. Like all he's got is like gauze and then hole. And then,
and mind you, this man's at a bar.
At a bar.
At like
drinking
midnight. Fucking midnight.
Savagery. That man has the goal and the gonads to fucking stay alive through all that shit and proceed to tell strangers that story.
I just
and
can't.
I'm very glad that you did, sir.
I was blown away. When I saw him, I was like, well, you're not a normal person. You're not a human being anymore. Like,
dude,
part of you has gone. You've been stabbed how many times now?
Yeah, in
past
like
7.
four in total. 4 situations where the dude had been stabbed. If I heard him correctly.
All right, here's the thing. You've been stabbed 4 separate occasions. At this point, just run from anything pointy that you've ever seen.
Yeah.
What are you doing? That's
I'd become Bubble
close
Boy.
Enough? Yeah. Why are you getting close enough to a goddamn knife? I mean, unless they're stabbing you while you're asleep. Well,
that's the thing.
She did, I think.
Like he had stab wounds in his back. So like altercation happened. Dude took off running. All assumption, by the way. And she like stuck him a couple times. It's wild. It's fucking wild. So that situation is the key note why you run from a fucking knife.
Man, makes you scared to get in a relationship nowadays. People are fucking nuts out here. It's not worth it, folks. It's not
worth it.
It's not worth it.
Don't get stabbed.
Just
well, I mean, relationships are worth it, but
no, I mean like for the person doing the stabbing.
Oh God, no,
guys, it's not what. Even if they cheated, I mean, unless they're like, all right, there's certain occasions where yes, it's probably warranted, but like if it's because they're cheating on you or something. Just leave.
Yeah, just fucking
because otherwise, this happens.
You might not get away with it, but you're gonna be dead, so it won't matter.
Also, it says if I did it on the binding here, but the if is like almost transparent. That is so fucked up.
That's the best part, man. I'm so excited to read this.
God damn it. But yeah, like just don't.
Yeah.
Take a second, take a breath, think, do I want to go to prison for stabbing a man or woman? No, you don't. Nobody wants to go to prison for that. So like just don't. You know?
Go talk to a shrink. Don't stab anybody.
Go stab a pillow. I don't care. It's not a person. That's not. It doesn't end well for anyone.
That's unnecessary.
Shit's just wild. People take stuff way too overboard nowadays, man. I don't know.
And that's like, I don't know, but that nails it home for me. Is like you just can't fuck. Like anytime you see a blade come out, man, like get away. It doesn't matter how how much bravado I know. How much bravado you have and like how intense of an emotional standing you got in that altercation to where it's like, fuck this dude, fuck this, you know, get the fuck away from it, dude. I've seen videos of like people in the street, like getting into a physical altercation, fucking shit gets heavy, dude's getting the shit kicked out of him, pulls a knife because he's losing, pulls a knife. Okay. Totally irrational idea. Because I mean, out the gate, man, to somebody that isn't afraid of being cut or isn't afraid of engaging someone with a knife, like anything that you bring to a fight, also a lesson I was taught very young, don't bring anything to a fight that you can't accommodate in your asshole. Because if they get it, they're going to give it right back to you in your asshole. And yeah, like to me, like pulling a knife on someone, like
if that other person gets the knife,
you're done, dude.
You're gonna get knifed.
Like, yeah, you're dead. Like you have not only materialized a weapon
for them to use,
but like you've taken that step. Like, it's not just fist fighting, getting the shit kicked out of you, or kicking the shit out of somebody. Like, because I still think that boundary stands for a majority of altercations, like physical at least. If you duke it out, okay, maybe there's another fight afterwards because, well, you fucking cold cock me, that bullshit. But somebody's gonna lose. Game over. Worst case scenario, somebody dies. Okay, because you bounce their head off the concrete. But when it comes to pulling a weapon, whether it be 2x4, whether it be I know I keep like,
no, it's fine. I just figured this might help actually.
You know, like pulling any sort of weapon is just a bad fucking idea. Unless it's like life or death. Like if you have come to that conclusion that
you're not making it out of this, or you don't care if you make it out of this situation or not.
Exactly. Like and that's such a great line as well, because it's like you only the person in the situation is going to know, but a lot of people don't have the fortitude, especially in that state of mind during an altercation, to make that decision whether or not in reality this is going to like actually be the death of me.
Just don't bring a weapon.
Just don't bring
why can't
a
we just
weapon.
Why can't we just normalize like fisticuffs? Like, hey, you two have an issue,
dude.
We're going out to the fucking alley. You guys are gonna beat the shit out of each other until one of you loses. Nobody's gonna die, but one of you's gonna lose, and then we walk away. Or you don't lose.
Dude, there's states that they do that.
I know.
If you have that agreement in front of a police officer, they will not stop you.
Just legalize that shit federally.
They will not stop
It's
you.
like, hey, do you guys want to settle this? Yes. Are you guys okay now? No. Okay. Are you gonna try and retaliate? Yes. All right, then we're gonna throw hands right now.
Right now.
Like, you're gonna do it. You're gonna get it over with.
Union
and then
circle
we're
up.
done. Yeah.
Everybody's gonna watch you get the shit kicked out of you because nobody wins in a fist fight.
If you lose, if you're a sore loser and you try and retaliate, now you get the shit kicked out of you by 4 people.
Yeah, and you go to jail.
Yeah, and you go to jail.
And
So,
that's like
that's the rules now,
that
folks.
old. I mean, like, you know, chivalry is dead. The core idea of chivalry is dead, especially in combat. Not like, you know, opening a door for a woman and that kind of stuff. Different kinds of chivalry, but you know, like combat-based chivalry is completely fucking dead, dude. Like even personally, I'll kick a motherfucker in the dick.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit. Fuck you, man.
I'm gonna win this war.
If we've already come to that conclusion, you're lucky I don't throw some pocket sand at your ass. Like I'm preloading shit. Like I don't know. Like even no. Like but no. So with that mentality though, like you can't expect anybody to be chivalrous when it comes to
a fight,
a physical altercation.
Yeah.
Like there's no, it's dead. It's a dead art form. It's a dead standard. It's a dead honorable stance when it comes to physical combat. You know, you are never going to meet somebody in a street-based or social-based interaction that is going to wait for you to stand up or, you know, not fucking kick you in the dick, because I'm not going to stop from kicking you in the dick. If you leave your shit open, I'm going to kick you in the dick because then I'm going to knee you. Like it's just, it's a perpetual thing that like I've just acknowledged that nobody is like that. Nobody's going to let things go peacefully. Nobody's going to, you know, be chivalrous when it comes to that kind of stuff because tensions are high.
That's why I just try to not get in fights anymore.
Try to. Yeah.
Like I'm at a point now. When I was younger, I was reckless.
Yeah.
And I
scrappy
I
dude.
definitely got into fights, of course. Like every young kid does, I think. But like as I got older, it was just like, man, if I get fucked up, I don't want to lose work. I don't have insurance right now.
Dude.
I'm not trying to lose out on work for a day.
I mean,
you know, that's a lot. I don't want to go to work with, you know, a fucked up face.
Yeah, I'd have to explain to everybody.
Explain to people like,
well, what's the other guy look like? I don't know. I couldn't see.
I don't know. I don't. What do you mean? Was he look like? I didn't FaceTime him after the fucking fight. Say, how's your face feel?
Yeah, send me a picture of your face.
Like I've just, it's
bitch.
not worth it. It's not worth it anymore to me.
No.
I would have to be extremely angry, or like it would have to be a real fucked up scenario for me to want to get into a physical altercation at this point in my life. I'm just, I'm not about it.
No. And, you know, I will agree with that mentality completely. Like, when we were younger, man, like, you were looking to scrap. Like, especially from where we came from, you kind of had this...
Yeah, you had the little man mentality. Or, like, the little town mentality.
Exactly. Like, you have to kind of build a reputation for yourself through action. Like, nobody fucks with us, you know, because we're just... In a sense, we were just one big family dealing with everybody else.
Like
you know?
much bigger.
Much
bigger.
We
graduated with like 10, 12 kids in our class.
Yeah.
So
and
then went to a high school with fucking
couple thousand,
700 kids in our class.
Yeah. And it's like, you kind of dealt with things differently, and a lot of the people that we went to school with as far as like grade school and stuff, like they were pacifists. They were making reputations through academics and everything else, which a lot of us still did. Yeah. Very, very smart kids. But there was a handful of them that either were just partiers or going crazy and shit, and then there were some that you just didn't fuck with because you proved to people that you shouldn't fuck with them. And at least personally, that was the direction that I wanted to take. Is just like, I can be cool with everybody, I can have a lot of friends and have a lot of fun, but you're not gonna fuck with me. Like, that was that image that I wanted to portray for myself,
right?
And that got us, it got myself and a lot of other people in a lot of trouble, because it was stupid. Like, we were just rowdy.
It's funny
for no
stories
reason.
At this point.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I think
lessons.
I think every kid.
Because I never want to get kicked in the face again.
Like, every young boy needs to get into one fist fight at a young age. Like, you just learn life lessons through it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like, I'm not advocating for continued violence, but I feel like every young boy should come out of their teens knowing what it feels like to get punched in the fucking mouth.
Yeah,
like,
because it
teaches you a lesson.
Yeah,
you go, wow,
a couple pegs down.
Really don't like that one, because if you don't find that out and you find yourself in a situation where there may be an altercation later in life, and you're like in your 30s, 20s, people are not, they
don't fuck around, man.
They don't like. There wasn't a lot of fist fights in high school even that ended with like blood, right? You got some black eyes and stuff like that. That was it. Not you do it in your 20s and you've never been into a fist fight. You don't know what it feels like, so you don't even have to second guess if I'm getting into a fight.
Yeah.
It ends in blood now. Like, people are getting fucked up at this age.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it. Just get hit in your teens, know what it feels like, and go. Now, when you get into that sort of situation in your 20s, you go, I don't think that I want to feel that.
De-escalation.
I think I'm good on that one, dog.
De-escalation.
You know what I mean?
That's the go-to, man. Like, try and talk the situation down, but if you can't,
so be it. Just know that it's gonna hurt in the morning.
And it sucked when you were a kid, and it sucks even more now.
Yeah, it's gonna take more time to recover now.
Yeah.
God forbid you get a tooth knocked out.
Oh, fuck.
Now you gotta pay that bill?
Yeah, they can't put those back in. You're gonna have to fucking
gotta get a fake tooth or some shit. What the fuck? Yeah. No way. It's just not worth. It's just
it's just a lot of nonsense. Yeah, don't do it, kids. Like, there's any kids watching this fucking show.
Probably not, but all right.
Life lessons from us.
Don't do it, adults. Kids, probably get into a fight or two, but adults, don't do that.
Yeah, get it out of your system when you're young.
And here's the other thing. Nobody.
Ow.
I get one pulled out. Yeah. Nobody in their I've never been, and not that I've seen a lot of this happen, but like, nobody's ever been at a bar in their 30s, gotten into a fight, and everybody else just, you're not cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nobody's applauding you.
You've ruined the night for everyone, for the most part.
You're that asshole.
Like, nobody thinks you're cool even if you won.
Yeah.
You're still that asshole.
And now you're bleeding and an asshole.
And now you're going to get arrested for assault. So it's like,
that's exactly it.
It's like, what are you winning here?
Yeah. When you're a minor, man, the worst thing you got to do, like the worst thing slap
on the wrist by the cops.
And then the parents probably beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
If you didn't win.
As an adult, you're going to get fucking charged.
Yep.
And it's not going to be fun.
Yep.
And it's just like, you're not. What do you win? What do you win? You win nothing. You won a fight that you'll never see this kid again or this guy again or girl again. Like, so fucking what?
Congrats.
Over a situation that in 5 years you won't even remember why you got into that fight.
Just unless you lose something, because that's like, okay, so that's kind of like a dream of mine.
Like an appendage?
No, well, like, I don't know,
like
a digit or something, like. I don't know. Okay, so you know how you create these scenarios in your head?
Yeah.
Right? So I've had this weird scenario, definitely due to movie exposure, to where like I painted this kind of like movie action scene in my head. You know when like you listen to music and you kind of like paint scenes? Well, for some reason, I've always like given like the worst case scenario, right? Leading up to a physical altercation, I've always thought it would be interesting. Like, say it's like the worst fucking thing ever is why you like track this dude down and like beat the fuck out of him. Which is like take a digit, and just be like, you will remember me for the rest of your life.
Take one of his digits.
Take one of his digits. Like,
I
just.
thought you were saying get one of your digits taken.
Oh, fuck no, dude. I'm going to win.
Oh.
We went over this. I'm kicking dudes in the dick.
So what do you do? You're just going to like bite off a pinky?
I'm not going to bite it. I don't know what the fuck that guy's got.
What? Okay.
I don't know. It's just like, for some reason to me, like that would seem like the ultimate fuck you, given like the worst case scenario, like take a digit.
Yeah.
Like not even like a whole finger or like fuck the dude's hand up. Just like take a digit. So like for the rest of his life, he has to look at that and be like, wow, I shouldn't have fucked with that dude. Yeah, you shouldn't have. I don't know. It's a weird thing that I thought about. Like, and that was a long time ago, but like it's replayed.
I can't say like it's not.
It's like a trophy thing, I guess.
It makes sense.
Right.
Taking a rabbit's foot, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
That
Like, I'm not going to carry it around with me. Like, I'm literally just like take it off and pew.
You're not going to fucking wear it on a necklace?
Fuck no. Just some fucking dude's digit. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because guess what? The next guy that tries to fuck with you, you just show him the necklace.
He's going to be like, you're fucking weird. I'm going to kick your ass.
This is what happened to the last guy that tried to fuck with me.
It's like, where'd you get that at fucking Spirit of Halloween? No.
It's your
bam, glass, bam, fist.
It's your cocaine digit.
With the nail to grow out. It's my bump nail. Oh, that's fucked up. That's super fucked up. That's super fucked up, man.
But if you're gonna go through the trouble of taking somebody's digit, you gotta trophy it, dude.
I don't know if I would be able to though.
Put it on a mantle.
Like if it's a hat.
Put it in a jar. Put it on a mantle.
Because then somebody's gonna ask about it.
Yeah, and you go, oh, let me tell you. Well, if you're that angry to the point where you're taking somebody's digit, it better be a damn good story as to why you took the man's digit. So it's a conversation piece.
Well, it's not about me anymore.
Put it on your dining room table. It's a conversation piece.
I guess it's not really.
Oh, why do you have that pinky?
It's not really the point,
oh, well, let me tell you.
Because it's a story for that guy to tell.
Yeah, but if you were angry enough.
Right.
And you tracked this man down.
Yeah.
And knowing going into it, you were going to take a pinky. It's got to be a brutal story.
Well, yeah, it's got to be a brutal story.
Someone close to you or
I don't
something.
think I'd like keep the pinky. I'd probably I'd take a memento because after that point,
how do you tell the story then?
Well, if he killed a family member, he's dying. So like,
okay, so he doesn't do something that bad. He kicked your dog. I don't fucking.
Well, he's
know.
dead. Like my dog would kill him.
Yeah, he suffocated your goldfish. I don't know.
I see what you mean though. But yeah, I feel like this fucking hypotheticals. I feel like I wouldn't need to have a trophy because I accomplished what I was going to do. So knowing that this guy had to explain that for the rest of his life or had to look at it for the rest of his life, it's good enough for me.
Right. If you had to lose a digit, which one would you be okay losing?
Oh, pinky. Yeah, for sure.
Really?
Pinky. Yeah.
I think I like my pinky. I think that I
don't really need it.
I think that I'd be more okay with maybe like a ring finger.
Yeah. Well, that could be kind of cool. I mean, like you take off that whole fucking ring finger, dude.
Yeah.
You're like an assassin.
Or even just down to
you join the assassins.
Exactly. Or if I just take down to that knuckle right there.
We get a little nubbins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would probably be the most okay one.
Right.
That I would be okay losing. If I lost a thumb, I'd probably just die. But
yeah. Just take the whole arm off.
Or a pointer finger. How am I supposed to point at people? Or a middle finger? I need all of that. Okay.
Yeah. Well, some people just open hand.
True. I don't know. I think the ring finger is the one that would have to go. I think. Because I like my pinkies.
See, I just don't use them.
But I feel like you do, and you just don't know it. You know what I mean?
But the majority of my grip comes from these three fingers.
I feel like that's a grippy. That's like the under grip. You know what I'm saying? Stuff's going to fall out of your hand. Little under grip. You know? He's your support. He's the support that no one knows they needed, but he's there.
How am I going to hold my phone?
Hiding in the bushes. He's just waiting there when he's needed.
I'm sure it applies to grip strength and stuff.
Yeah, whereas the ring finger, he just kind of hangs out.
Well, there was a thing. It showed you what your strongest fingers were, and it was some durability thing or how
I don't know. Fucking know.
I don't remember what it was.
I'm just saying. I think the pinky's underrated. He needs more. He deserves more. You know, praise.
Right. Right.
It's a fucking pinky, dude.
It is a fucking pinky. Yeah.
I don't know. That's just my.
We're in a weird tangent.
Weird one, I guess. I don't know. It was just
Pinkies are important. Don't let anybody take them from you.
Pinkies matter, dog. Pinkies matter.
Pinky
That's all I'm
matters.
saying. Pinky in the brain matters.
Dude, that fucking show.
I was gonna ask another question. The hell was the question I was gonna? Oh! If you had to set, since we're on this same topic, if you had to set the scene for where you got into a fight, what is it? Like, what's the scenario?
The perfect scenario?
Yeah, like where's the scenery? You know, what's going on around you?
Ooh, an 80s dance circle.
Yo,
cardboard on the ground.
just breakdance battle.
Mad beats.
Breakdance
and then
battle.
turns into Fight Club. We're both shirtless, bare knuckle, beating the fuck out of each other.
I've always thought it would be kind of crazy to be in like an old like bar brawl.
Oh yeah, like slamming stools.
Like people just don't even know who they're hitting anymore.
Yeah,
like people are just, it's just mayhem.
We need to go to more casinos because that happens all the time.
No. Again, I don't want to get into this situation. I'm not looking for this situation. I'm just saying, for my own curiosity,
right?
If I could be in the middle of a bar brawl and just witness,
like a Western,
yeah, less gunfire.
Well, I'm thinking like that old, like, you some bitch. And then like,
and they just
one dude hits one dude
with a bottle.
And then just the whole place, like bartenders pulling people over the bar. And like, yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Like everybody's getting involved.
Just like watching. Like,
servers are like scratching people.
Yeah.
Bartenders are just pulling people over to the bar into the abyss. Yeah.
Dude.
And just witness that. That would be kind of crazy.
Holy fuck. Where am I?
I feel like I could find that in Boston.
Boston? Fuck.
I feel like you could
get like a corner shop Irish pub.
Yeah, or like an actual Irish pub brawl.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'd witness the fuck out of that.
Brutal.
If I could just witness it, I don't want to be.
You thinking like this generation's Irish pub brawl, or like
thinking
an old,
like the 80s, 90s.
Yeah.
Like
that's
80s,
what I'm thinking
really.
too.
Yeah.
Or like brutality wasn't an issue.
Bare knuckle.
Yeah.
But some of them had some brass knuckles going on. You know what I mean? Like, and they're just beating the absolute piss out of each other. And why are they beating the shit out of each other? I don't think they don't know. They just are now. That's or a Boston versus Philly bar brawl would be fucking hilarious to me,
dude. Just
because I've never understood.
Go to some tailgating.
I've never understood fighting over a sport.
Yeah,
I love sports, and I just have never understood how you can go to war with someone because of a team that they like. And it's like, dude, Boston and Philly, like they don't mesh.
Your team sucks. No, your team sucks.
And then they just fucking
bang,
eat each other alive.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm going to like Green Bay, Minnesota Vikings games. It decides the championship. It's one of the most important. It's the most important game of the season for both teams, and literally everyone's just getting hammered together.
Yeah.
I didn't see a single fight. Everybody's drinking together. Everybody's hanging out, tailgating together. Like,
oh, that was a good game.
Yeah.
Good job, man.
It's the one
your team
thing,
did great.
when I move away from the Midwest, that's the one thing that I'll miss the most is like nobody gives a shit.
Dude.
They all act like they give a shit, but really everybody's just there to get hammered and watch some good, football or basketball or baseball, whatever.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, there's no real, like, not until you start to hit like Chicago and shit, like, is there any real, there doesn't seem to be any overwhelming, like.
But even like Soldier Field,
shit.
like if you go to Soldier Field, it's still pretty tame.
Yeah.
For the most part.
I mean, I've never been to Soldier
Field. There's got to be some assholes, but for the most part it's tame. I don't know. It's the whole New England thing. Those New Englanders are just nuts. I feel like it's not even about the sports. They're just like, oh, this is something that we differ on strongly, and everyone differs on this. Cool, we can turn this into a fight.
Yeah.
They just look for it. They don't give a shit.
Different strokes for different folks, man.
I mean, fuck it up, dude. Fuck it up. Just don't kill anyone.
Yeah. Let's avoid that.
Oh,
hopefully.
Shit. Yeah,
that is kind of interesting though. That like people get so heavy-handed over shit that really means nothing.
It's yeah. Are you out on that field?
No.
Are you getting paid for whoever went? Well, maybe.
Do what?
If you have a bookie, you might be getting paid, but still, that's between you and the bookie.
Yeah.
Not you and the other fucking fan.
Yeah.
It's just
like I could understand if like teams were fighting, like it was a bad call or like whatever, like they charged the mound Totally get that, and it breaks out into a big fight.
Right,
Totally understand. Totally understand, because there's a lot of rivalries that have lasted super fucking long time.
And I
get it.
friendly rivalry, like friendly.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like talking shit.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
cool with that,
dude.
Yeah.
And like, you know, even the biggest example of that, like there being that rivalry and there being the physical altercations, but there never being hardship or like hard felt malice towards another team. Hockey.
Oh yeah, they just beat the piss out of each other,
dude. There's rivalries in a majority of the team that like it's guaranteed that there's going to be bloodshed.
And then like sometimes those players will just will be
fucking
on the same
hug it
team.
out.
They'll be on the same team in a couple years.
Yeah, but they do it just because like that's the foundations, man. Because like
it's the rules.
Yeah,
it's literally the rules of bare knuckle boxing that we just talked about. Like, hey, you two have beef. The refs sit and watch. First one to go down,
duke it out.
It's over, and now you're penalized. That's it.
Yep.
It's exactly how this should be run.
Yep.
One of the craziest fights I've ever witnessed, sports-wise, was what was his name back then? God damn it. Wow, I can't believe I'm drawing a blank. But anyways, Meta World Peace is what he goes by now.
Mm-hmm.
Got into a fight with fans in the stadium. He's a basketball player.
Yeah.
And they all just started beating the shit out of each other. The players went into the fucking stands and just started wrecking the fucking fans. Whole game got shut down, obviously.
I bet.
Like
everybody got fined.
It was insane. And it was between Meta World Peace and I'm gonna catch so much shit for this for not remembering the whole beef. God damn it, what was his name? Well, anyways, it was another player that we're having beef to, and they started fighting. Fans started fighting with them. It was wild. Like, for a professional basketball player to go into the stand, what did that guy say?
He had to say something nasty.
He went to the stands and was like, I'm going to fuck this guy up, and I don't care if it ruins my multi-million-dollar career.
Yeah. It had to have been something fucking nasty.
Mind you, his name was not Meta World Peace before that fight.
Yeah.
He went by his original name, which I can't remember right now. But yeah. The wild shit. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like that before in American sports, at least.
Yeah,
I don't know if I've ever seen someone go into the stands and just start
like wailing on fucking on patrons.
Even the Oakland Raiders, which is just the worst fucking team for brawls. Like, don't think I've ever seen a player go into the stands and beat the shit out of a fan.
Yeah, well, because I could assume. I mean, thinking on it. Just like on ringside seating for like a lot of different sports and stuff. Like basketball players, they're up on your shit. Like they're fucking on the court.
Oh no! Here's the thing though. That fan was not on the court side. Well, he was up like 15 levels, and he just walked. He ran up there and started beating the piss out of him,
dude.
And then another guy came in.
Even
and
that with
the piss
heckling,
it was wild.
Even with heckling, dude. Like you got to hear that shit all the time. Like being super close, because like we've gone to local like amateur, well not amateur, but like semi-pro leagues and stuff, especially with like hockey. And some of the shit that these guys say to these players, like it's brutal. Gnarly. Yeah. I mean, like I love like the Get Up or like the what is it? The Hog Boys was one of them. They're like, it's a drum unit, and like they're always behind the enemy team's goal.
Right.
Like, they buy their seats specifically for it. And they just fucking play drums as like a distracting thing, and like they let them do it because it's hilarious, and they're not like fucking with them. They're just playing drums and shit, and like that's cool. Like I like that. I like the enthusiasm.
But when you're like being derogatory towards
when you're pressed up against that plexiglass and you're fucking screaming obscenities towards them and like, oh fuck your mother,
you deserve
like
to get the shit beat out of you at that point.
It's like, dude, I'm a fucking human being. Like you're yelling about what?
Yeah.
Like what are you mad at, dude? Like why do you hate me?
I'm on the opposite sports team that you like.
Yeah.
Fuck you hate me for?
Yeah.
Asshole.
I'm playing the same fucking game. Like I love loyalties and I love being enthusiastic about your team. Like you can be as passionate as you want to, but to be a jagoff to other people that are also playing the same game as your favorite team,
right?
That's
but
bullshit.
On the same token, if I'm making $10 million in 1 year, that's a reasonably low amount, right? For today's sports.
Yeah.
You could call me the worst names on earth.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
And I'm not gonna give you the time of day. Do you know why? Because you're gonna go home to your really sad life.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go home to my $10 million.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like, I totally understand that, but that's like,
but at the same
more
time,
incentive
like,
to not be an asshole.
You shouldn't be an asshole, but at the same time, I'm not going to fight you if you are, because I'm rich as shit compared to you.
There should just be a mutual respect for like people who play sports, because they work their asses off for it. Show respect. Show respect for people that dedicate their entirety of their lives to honing that skill.
Yeah,
you know,
and it's day in, day out. I mean,
constant.
That's a topic of discussion for maybe the live episode, because I could go on.
Yeah,
NCAA it's just a fucked. It's college players, football especially, are so royally fucked over. Yeah. It's not even funny. They deserve to get compensated for what they do, and it's bullshit that they don't. But we'll talk about that on the live episode that we're going to do right after this. And you can go watch that if you're listening to this. You go, oh no, I missed the live episode. No, you didn't, because it gets recorded on our YouTube channel. So check it out. It's called The Extra Credit Show. So anyways, yeah, this was an interesting... I didn't expect us to go off on a...
It was fun, though.
Let's beat the shit, or fighting type style, but here it is.
But we circled back to sports. So it's okay.
All came back to sports, and O.J. Simpson was a football player, so...
I'm super stoked to read this.
Yeah,
I can't wait, dude.
I can't wait. You guys can read along with us. You know, just make sure...
$13.79.
Something like that,
on Amazon.
And you know... Just remember, he doesn't get this money, so like you don't have to feel guilty on that. You just can read, like,
but we can hear a story, because literally,
how much of a sociopath this guy is.
On the back, it says it's as if Simpson is sitting across from the reader, laying out his side of the story, one-on-one, no reporters, no gossip columnists, or court TV or vultures sticking to his breaks.
Yeah, like he just bears all, apparently.
I'm super stoked.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. Anyways, guys, thank you for joining us for another episode of What We Learned This Week. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Please.
Press past that subscribe button. Hit it. Don't quit it. Hit it. Pass it to your friends.
Let them hit it.
Hide your kids. Hide your wives, because we out here making amazing content. Don't forget to join us on Patreon, patreon.com/WWLTW podcast for all kinds of exclusive content. You get invited to our super secret Facebook group. All of our current patrons, we love all of you. Thank you very much for staying in the patron group and continuing to support us. We love you all. Don't forget to check out Astro Design Company, astrodesigncompany.com. Walker, our main man, who's missing right now, he's MIA. He can make you a badass website. He can do all kinds of shit. His company is the digital marketing gurus. I'm telling you, like, these guys can help you whatever you want. Solid. The dude's a wizard. If he doesn't know how to, if you want something digitally like that, or a website, and he doesn't know how to do it, I can guarantee you that he will figure it out that night and will have it to you in the morning. Like, this guy's a fucking wizard. It's uncanny what he is able to accomplish. Dude. So yeah, check them out. astrodesigncompany.com. Make sure you let them know that we sent you. He'll give you a nice little discount. You're welcome. Check out Thirst Homeless on the YouTube channels, Thirsty Thirst and the Funky Bunch. Check out Johnny Wishbone on the YouTube channels for all your excavator needs. What else? I got any other ones? Oh, this episode was brought to you by JD Creations LLC. You want to make you think you got what it takes to make a podcast? Think you got what it takes to run a YouTube channel? I can help you with that. I can set it up. I can edit your stuff. I can tell you the equipment you need. I can set you up with the equipment. Hell, we can even build you a nice little recording studio or a mobile recording unit like this one. Hit me up, JD Creations. Go. Boom. And we now have a Facebook page, so go like that, JD Creations. Nice. It's big old, you know the logo. Yeah. It's there. The logo's on it. Actually, I think the logo's on here too. Nice. Yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you again for joining us, and we will see you next week. Bye.